Up next, we got another one from Room 9 where Anton tells these panelists that, listen, you can't save these hoes. They are broken. And they children, their offspring, all monsters. This should be interesting, though. Let's deep dive.
It's going to start taking older men, going out to these younger dudes and catching them at their very impressionable ages, whether it's the Boys and Girls Clubs or anything like that, and start showing them how men's supposed to move. Because if those men don't know how to move, then it all goes to shambles. Prime example, around whenever the drugs and all that start coming out, or whenever all the stuff that people start realizing, once we take a man out of the household, we can make the household crumble. From that part, once it got in that one man psyche that I don't need to be there, I can do my own thing. Then the sun grows up.
I really hate to stop at this early, but I'm going to because I'm sick of these niggas, man. I'm sick of these old ass niggas that get on here, these fucking Gen X ass niggas that get on here that try and think that they can play Superman to these young niggas. You have to understand something about the human development, the human psyche, especially pre-adolescence. Once that mama has established and set the software of how that child's worldview is, how they perceive themselves, you can't undo that. The amount of time that you would need, you would have to damn near be a fucking stepfather to that child for it to even make an impact. The way that he sees the world, the way that he thinks, his mama taught him that shit. These YNs is wilding out because they mama taught them how to do that shit. They mama taught them that's how they supposed to react emotionally because that's how she react. You can't save them that way.
Let me bring it back. Yeah. So it's taking us to go out and mentor young guys that are broken from women that are broken from the men that they got with that made them baby daddies.
Right. It should have been the father should have been showing them how to be a man.
Ultimately, that's what's going to have to happen. Ultimately, if the dudes,
do you think that that's going to make women to be more traditional and to fix their issues?
Maybe the effect probably won't be seen now. But I think once the older men get to the younger dudes and they start enforcing the family type construct, it's going to take a while. It's going to take some years to catch on, but it'll grow back because when they deconstructed the family household, it didn't happen overnight. It took years and years.
Bruh, women are complicit with the destruction of the family household. Do you understand that? It's not like they doing something that they don't know. The only thing you're gonna do is you're gonna create a sense of entitlement saying that I could keep having poor pussy management, having babies for Pookie and Ray Ray because some dumbass nigga is gonna come along and mentor my child back to fucking sanity.
Let me bring it back.
You're describing the step baby there.
I'm gonna open it back up to the panel.
No. I just say
open it up back to the panel. I got one more follow-up question for you.
I just say take care of somebody else's kids. I said mentor them. That doesn't mean take care of them.
Do you think that is going to stop women from having children out of wedlock?
No.
Yeah, because you'll teach a new generation of women what to do, so they'll do better.
How are we teaching a generation of women what to do?
Well, a new generation of boys and girls of what to expect and make sure that they follow those steps to make sure they don't end up in these situations. I do think it's too late to try to do a reverse. So we need to make sure that the youth that's going to grow up walk into a situation with all the information they need to do things appropriately. So we don't have these type of issues. Right now we're doomed.
So we need men to teach women. We need men to teach men how to be men, and we need men to teach women how to be women. I just want to.
I think once you teach men how to be men, they will inherently start picking women who fall in line.
Need to teach women how to be women. So women don't have no type of role in this.
Not teach them. What I'm saying is, if you start seeing more men that start going up to women, and they start taking a personal investment on their sexual activity, and they start taking all the precautions they can take to not have kids, and once women start realizing that men aren't once they realize that men aren't out being willy-nilly,
the women say they don't care.
But he's not wrong.
The women today said they don't care what you think. They don't care what you have to say. They don't care. They don't care what you doing. They don't care what you're trying to sell them. They don't care.
You basically saying that the men who left the men are supposed to teach the new men how to be men.
No.
The grandfathers of men. Like
what I'm saying is I'm not
to teach these young men how to be men because they left the men that's leaving the women. Like that makes no sense.
What I'm saying is ultimately some men is gonna have to step up to correct the problem. I'm not saying go out and marry somebody with kids. If you do, that's cool. That's your choice. I'm not against anybody living their life. What I'm saying is mentorship is, hey, let me talk to you and teach you things to take home. Taking care of somebody is binding and doing different things. All I'm saying is mentorship.
He's right.
Mentorship.
I don't think men should care.
How do you convince a man? How do you convince another man to then say, hey, I want you to take responsibility for another man's child?
No.
To then mentor. Mentor is not the same as responsibility. Mentorship is not the same responsibility.
How long is this mentorship program supposed to last? And then for it to be effective,
The results are shown.
Okay, a realistic mentor. When I was coming up in an impressionable age, I was around older men who weren't my father telling me, hey, this is how you move when you get older. And they were my mentors. They didn't take care of me. They didn't buy me anything. They were my mentors.
Let me ask you a question. Did you reciprocate? Yeah. Did you
reciprocate what?
What?
I did. I did.
As you do now.
I did. I reciprocated by going also mentoring other young men who didn't have fathers.
Let me ask you another question, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to.
Like the blind leading the blind.
Do you?
I was raised a man in my household. I'm talking about helping kids, men who didn't have men.
Give me a second. We're gonna get there. And again, you don't have to answer these questions, but I just want to
like Martin Luther King.
Do you got you a fleet? A couple hoes?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's cool. I'm with you.
Good.
Now, why did you ask that question? Why?
He ain't going.
I think he asked that question because the only incentive for men to want to mentor somebody else's child and invest that time and energy is to get next to that mama. That's it. Like, it don't, like, you gotta, like, this idea that men are supposed to just, especially black men, that black men are supposed to just donate their time to repair a community that don't even fucking respect them is crazy. Like, what is this nigga talking about? And these kids are not gonna be receptive to your mentorship. You know these YNs is looking at you like food? Are you nuts? They have their mama's mentality. By the time you get to them, the only reason why she's looking for help is because she can't control them niggas no more.
Tell you the truth, if he
said, why did I ask that question?
Yeah.
Because we love hoes, nigga. What you talking about?
You know what?
I just don't love the hoes.
When it comes down,
it wasn't a trick question, nigga. We love the hoes.
I thought you were
find the problem.
I think it's very idealistic. I think it's very idealistic what you are proposing. Because, however, there's a whole lot of problems that existed prior to you or any other man becoming a mentor to these so-called impressionable children. Let's just say these children, these boys, are 13, 14, all the way up until 18, 19, 20 years old. How do you then start to solve a problem when they, one, don't already have their father? If they probably don't have their father in life, the mother is clearly not doing her job because this boy is already going down a path that he shouldn't be going down on. Not to mention, you're asking other men who also have children who they need to spend their time and put their own time into their own children. But you're asking all these other men to then adopt some other responsibilities of other men to do that.
Yeah, but
okay. What I'm saying is it's not the blind leading the blind. What I'm saying is I grew up with a male in my household. What I'm saying is when I was a younger kid, I'm not saying when they're 13, 14. I'm talking about catching them when they're in elementary age. And you mentor them. And you're
You're providing a lot of solutions for men, and I'm not hearing no solutions for women.
You are literally describing a stepfather.
Kendrick, take that back. Take that back.
Hey, man, you know what? Hey, man, keep having y'all problems. Don't mentor nobody. Let them run wild and never solve the problem. But what I'm saying is I grew up around mentorship, and mentorship had a big impact on my life starting from a little kid. My mentors didn't buy me nothing. They didn't take me nowhere. They didn't do any of that shit. They just mentored me on things on how to move in life. So what I'm saying is,
I think that you're a good guy, bro.
I just ask him
good-hearted, very good-hearted.
Kendrick, can you hear me, Kendrick?
yeah, I can hear you.
But take the part back when you said start them at elementary school. Please, I'm trying to save you from yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm saying start them in elementary school, as in mentoring them, man. Who would go feel on a simple comment like that?
Would you go?
Listen to this dude logic, man. What are you gonna go? You gonna be some random dude that's not that child parent, and you gonna what? Hang out at the school and where do you meet these kids at? Like how do you even meet these kids? You gonna hang out at the Boys and Girls Club? But it's gonna be an influx of black men going to the Boys and Girls Club or hanging out around elementary schools looking for kids to mentor. You sound fucking ridiculous, bruh.
Oh, would you go to one of them elementary schools and play Santa Claus?
That's one.
Matter of fact, I coach elementary soccer. I coach elementary soccer. And I coach elementary soccer, and the parents and the mothers who bring their sons out there who don't have fathers in their life, I help mentor them with their attitudes and stuff when we're on the field.
He cracking the mothers. That's the only reason why he doing this shit, because ain't no man gonna do this shit for free. No man is that benevolent in their heart and soul where they're gonna donate their time, pull it from whatever they have going on, whether they have children or not, to sacrifice it for some other man's children if they not getting something out the deal. He cracking the mothers. That's why he like being a coach.
Here you go with here you go saving. You got the cape on.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Anton need his channel. He need his channel.
I figured Kendrick out. I figured Kenny out.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh my God, y'all
That's your play. That's your play.
Why do y'all think he's
Go ahead,
wrong?
talk about it.
Hey, hold on.
You right,
really wanna hear this.
I'm wrong.
That's your play, Kenny.
I think about to say.
I know what Anton doing.
Because he know too.
Say it again.
No, because I know that's how some guys be getting on a single mom.
Thank you.
They holler at him at the mentor.
No.
It's not about
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with poaching a single mom or two at the
that ain't how I rock. When I coach the kids, but I do it for the YMCA. I don't do none of that mixing and matching with moms and all that stuff, bro.
I think that you're a good person.
So do we have any solutions
I think
for
that
the
you're a
women?
good person.
That nigga lying through his
But I don't think that it's possible to convince a woman not to have a child out of wedlock. Yeah. I'm not about to fucking chase around a bunch of badass kids, bro. That ain't mine. I don't know these niggas. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. That's their daddy problem. That's not my problem. Do I think that dudes like you are a good person? Absolutely. I think that you exercise in futility though, because ain't no way that you're gonna convince a young dude to do something different, and then he still got to go home and deal with his environment and the environment that his mama and his father created. I'm sorry, give me a second, Dalen. You don't know no better. I got you though, baby. I'm gonna let you rock. You can't save these women from themselves. I believe that they have to suffer. There has to be a generation of women that has to suffer. Yeah. And they have to suffer greatly. The one thing that we know that even the word of God tells us, listen, one of the biggest one of the biggest things that the children of Israel, a lot of y'all need to go and reread that story. For those of y'all that believe, none of them made it to the promised land. He did away with that entire group of people. Yes, he did. He did away with the entire group of original people that he freed. Mm-hmm. None of them made it to the promised land. Not one of them, because all of them had been affected by what the fuck was happening. Now, I'm not saying that people can't change. I'm not saying that grace can't be given. But the best that we can do personally is that we have to be the example, but we don't have the capacity or the ability to save anybody. The only thing that we can do is get the beam out of it. This is my personal opinion. Yeah, y'all may have a difference of opinion. We can only get the beam out of our own eye. The first step that we need to do is live it ourselves. We had to be the example that we want other people to be. They gonna have to find it. God is the person that brings them out of it. He reveals it. We just have to be the example and the light. Mm-hmm. So I believe in getting the beam out of your own eye. I believe in taking care of your own family. I also believe that you have to have some level of contribution and giving back. You know what I'm saying? That don't have to be your whole purpose, but you definitely can give back in some form. Some people do it through money. Some people do it with their time. You have to have some form of, I call it tithing. Tithing can be in a lot of different ways, and it's a lot of ways that people go about contributing into society.
That's church, right?
But we cannot have this on our conscience like it's our responsibility to save the world. It will kill you. It will destroy you. You will think that you are doing something good, and then somebody will burn you and break your heart, and it'll turn you evil. It'll turn your heart cold. So you're going to have to start balancing it out. And I'm not speaking to you based off of an ideal circumstance. I'm trying to give you wisdom. Wisdom says that you have to pick and choose your battles, that you have to figure out where you can make a difference and when you can't. And where you can't, you got to pull back, and you got to understand that some people are destined to die. Some people are destined to die off. Some people are built to be on this earth, to be the demons, to balance out the people that are that the angels. I'm just telling you the truth.
It's a fact.
And so my biggest thing is, and I know that I haven't said this in a long time, but man, fuck them kids, bro.
Nah, come on, man.
Listen,
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Responsibility.
I say that.
Fuck them
Yes,
kids.
you can.
No, I'm not taking. I don't play another man's save game. I'm not taking care of another nigga's kid.
Nah,
It's a form of
Y'all
sex.
just made it all
but-
about the
this ain't
man.
that song.
Daddyism.
Children
But
of
to
the
answer,
Listen,
but,
hold on.
but to,
You're
One mic.
not talking to a person that's just talking it. You talking to a person that has done it. I've taken young dudes into my own house
Why?
because I thought that it was the right thing to do,
Exactly.
but it wasn't.
You picked the wrong little niggas.
No, I didn't pick the wrong little niggas.
Maybe it's
The
those.
little
I do your job right.
No. The little niggas' mamas picked the wrong daddy to have a kid with.
No,
Not your responsibility.
Listen. I don't.
I was on a panel one time and I was having a discussion with a lot of these Gen X niggas, these old head niggas. And, you know, I try and show respect whenever I can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like to disrespect them, but they like to, like, really try and test you and disrespect you. So you gotta, like, sometimes show them old niggas. You know what I mean? One of the things they was trying to get at is donating your time to the youth. And I'm like, bro, I'm not donating my time to the youth. He like, why? Like, how you gonna say the community, blah, 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 whoop de woo? I'm like, bruh, I would have to borrow time from my own children and then expend it on someone else's children while mine have to suffer the loss of me not being there. They go, I take my children to the community center with me. I said, that's all well and fine, but I could think of 1,000 different things that would benefit my children far more than them being at a community center while I try and mentor some kids.
I don't listen to women. Even
Yo,
when
Anton, what exactly?
I love the fact that women give their perspective, and I like the contrast.
I don't either.
I personally don't listen to women. I
Man,
don't
me
give
either. I agree with
a
that.
fuck about what a
all.
woman says.
Yeah.
I know what's right and what's wrong, and I know God has taught me through experience that you can't save nobody. You can only be the example.
We can save the children if you constantly
Jalen, you-
Shit.
doing a
You
single.
gotta let everybody. You gotta let
Kids
it.
have not be saved.
Yeah.
I used to be nice.
Not all kids can be
It's only
saved.
one generation.
You don't know that, Mike, unless you.
I used to.
Dalen,
I
you just
work
proved
with
it.
them.
You just
I work
Dalen, you
with
just
the
proved
kids.
it. You just proved it
I
by
used
saying
to
you
be
picked the
nice.
wrong kid.
You know why we help
One
people?
mic, y'all.
All right, let me really get into this.
My God.
I was trying to be nice. You know why we help people? We help people to make ourselves feel good.
It's the most selfish act you can ever do.
We don't
It's
help people
someone else.
because we want them to win. Most of the time when we help other people, like through some act of charity, when people go out during the holiday season and Thanksgiving and they do volunteer work, they don't do it because they actually want people to win. Because it will take a lot bigger commitment. Most people do it because they want to feel good about themselves. That's why they do it.
And film it.
So, and I'm not saying everybody, because when you do a labor of love, you have to see it through. You can't just bring them in
All
and
the
then you
way.
got to let them go. It makes it even worse.
That's why I told him, I said, bro, the amount of time that it would take for me to even make an impact, I would damn near have to be that child's stepdad. I would have to have 2 families. And ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be raising some other man's children and not cracking his mama. You got me fucked up.
You do it even worse. You do a worse disservice for people
making a TikTok video.
So I don't give a fuck who agree and who don't agree. But my point is this. Is that there has to be, I used to say one generation of people.
You'll do more harm to that child by being in that child life and then being another example of another man leaving him because you can't commit.
There has to be at least 2 generations of people that got to die off.
That's facts, bro. That sounds bad, but it's facts.
There has to be, listen. There has to be like an erasing of
Thanos.
2 generations of people's toxic thinking and behavior that has been infected, because all we're doing right now is passing down generational curses. You can't fix a problem. You have to literally kill it off.
You right, Anton, but you too harsh with that shit, man.
Oh man.
I
don't think he's saying how it should be. I think he's saying how it is.
Do you know why God flooded the earth?
I know.
Why didn't he fix people? Why did he just flood the earth?
Because all of them was bad. They was just, they had to go.
But he said he would never do it.
find Sodom and Gomorrah.
Why did God destroy the earth?
One mic, y'all. One mic.
He destroyed whole cities. He flooded the whole earth. He didn't go and fix people. He killed it off.
Yep.
Why?
Because they was all evil.
Yeah. No, let's start anew. I'm not saying nothing that's crazy. Y'all just refuse to accept it because you don't want to deal with the reality of what we facing right now. All we own is a pathway to destruction, and I'm just enjoying a ride. So what's gonna happen to you?
I told my wife, right? I know this is, I normally don't get this vulnerable on these videos, but I told my wife, I said years ago, I said, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see pure carnage happening in the black community, but you're gonna see it behind a glass wall. And if you decide to go out there and try and help them, you're gonna get swept up too. And trust me, I ain't going with you.
What do you mean? I'm going to heaven.
How you know? If we all go, how they gonna separate us?
I don't know what y'all doing. I know I'm going to heaven.
Selfish bastard.
You got to
you know what? Going to heaven.
One mic, y'all.
Going to heaven is a form of selfishness. You know why? Because salvation is individual. It's not a group activity. It's an individual activity.
For yourself.
Yeah, but you got a loving family. You can't be thinking like that. Anton, you got to tone that down.
Salvation is a selfish act. It is doing what you got to do to get into heaven.
There's niggas like this that's holding everybody back because he want everybody to feel good about shit. It's like, bruh, you're not serving the community with the bullshit. You're hurting and hindering them. Like, I don't understand his ideology, because if you know the man is telling the truth, why aren't you encouraging it? Why are you telling him to not say it? That's weird.
That is it. It's an individual activity. This is not a group. This is not a group activity, big dog.
Can't take everybody with you.
He has a responsibility. We all have a responsibility to our family, but at the end of the day, he's got to be responsible to God. He's got to answer to God.
That's correct. All of us. That is 100% correct.
If you don't try to fix the problem, you soon will become a victim of it. That's why.
No, I don't. No.
How do you figure that?
Wait a minute. Shit. You went on CNN or Fox as a commentator once, and I remember you telling.
I went on 4 times, but we'll get there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get it right, motherfucker.
You were saying.
I just want to make sure that we got my accolades right.
Your biggest fear was a knucklehead breaking into your car, and I'm like, well, that's a reasonable fear, but it's like we have to do what we can do to save our youth, and y'all are looking at it like we don't want to do these bitches no favor. Well, then do the damn kids a favor, because they didn't ask to be here.
Oh, I didn't.
They always want to use the kids as emotional manipulation to get a man to do something.
Who's manipulating? No, I'm not.
It's always men gotta step up. I haven't heard no women say anything yet, because the problem is with the women.
So should we defund Big Brother?
Yeah.
I'm just saying we need to
I ain't
get
never heard no benefit
let's
from no
get to the
big.
root
When
of
has
the
Big
issue.
Brother been?
Let's really get to the root of the problem.
We should defend Big
When
Brother.
has Big Brother
Brother.
ever been on the news
Big
doing a
Brother.
whole bunch of
Hold on
causing
now.
a whole bunch of benefit
Big
to the
brother, big
community?
sister, little
I ain't
sister,
never
little
heard of
brother.
them
That's the question.
becoming a
You
big,
talking
huge benefit
about
to
the
society.
Defund gay
programs,
brother,
Come
the
gay
on,
brother,
man.
programs.
sassy brother, all of them.
I might be
There
old
might be.
fashioned. I might be old fashioned, but if I see a lady, young lady, whatever, and I'm attracted to, and I talk to her, and she says she got a couple of kids, I'd be like a little like, oh really? Like, but if I but if I love her from, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna love the kids too. I'm gonna take. Nah, man, come on.
Shampoo one of them old niggas that got us in the situation we in right now, trying to tell us to keep doing the same shit over and over like it's gonna give us different results. He the nigga that passed us this fucked up ass community that we dealing with where our women are out of control. Shampoo, I'm telling you.
I love a woman off the rip without kids. Like that's a turn on.
No, bro. You know, you gotta
men should just
Shampoo,
leave
you gotta be
women
like Snoop. You gotta kick that little nigga Ford over, bro.
Nah.
I think y'all should just leave women where they at. Just leave them where they at.
Are you holding women accountable?
Yes, I think.
Is that really what you're doing, or are you aligning yourself with what men say?
I think women should be left to be the independent women that they said they wanted to be.
No, fuck them hoes. We're not talking about them.
Independence
the reason why we got this problem with the kids.
They're the problem. So who are we talking about? I think men should focus on them. It's always gonna be a woman somewhere. Women, it's a lot of women in this world. Men should focus on themselves and take care of the women that want to be taken care of. The masculine one over there that want to work all day, let her work all day. Like don't worry about them. Don't worry about the seven nose rings. Let's not worry about the cat ladies. Leave them with their cats. Leave them with their problems. Leave them with their working job. Leave them there. Leave them over there.
Okay,
and
so
take care of the women that want to be taken care of. Like
there you go.
Like,
So the women who do want to be taken care of, the women who are position,
the women that want to fall in line, the women.
Dalen, you got a baby, okay? We not taking care of you. You gotta understand that you've been disqualified. It's over with. You off the list. I'm telling you. You done gave the womb up. It's done. You not one of them women. You independent. You need to stay over there on the independent line. You can't come and try and switch sides when shit start getting hard. No, you stay over there. We know you Miss Independent. Stop it. You ain't fooling nobody.
Women that want to follow a program, the women that want to listen and want to actually be traditional, the women that actually want to work to fix the problem.
One mic, y'all.
That's who the men should work with. Work with the women who want to fix the problem.
That ain't you,
Don't work with the women who are
what
the
she's
problem.
saying is
Let
that the
them
women
be the problem, and that's just what that is.
Dalen,
you missing it though. You missing it though.
I'm not missing it.
What you don't understand is Aaliyah has gone to the school of wifery, hosted by Anton Daniels. Aaliyah has gone to the school of wifery, hosted by Anton Daniels. So
did she get a diploma?
The women she's referring to are already in relationships.
She's on her way to being valedictorian.
Amen.
Oh my God!
They're already in relationships.
All I'm saying is that
you got to give her the award in person.
Yeah,
all I'm saying
her man gonna give her the award when he give her that ring.
In-person graduation.
I got a trophy for you.
The ones that
her man gonna give her the award when he give her that ring. That's gonna be her award when she get that ring.
Dalen, the ones that want to be taken care of, the ones that want to be taken care of, they're in relationships. They're with that man.
And that's all I'm saying.
What are you saying? All right.
It is impossible.
I really don't
If a woman right now today, hold on, let me make this point. Hold on, Ali. Let me make this point. Let me make this point real quick.
Wait, but I don't even know what she's saying though. Like,
hold on, real quick.
Don't even know
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. What
I know, that's why I was trying to stop so you can.
No. Let her finish.
Okay.
Let her finish. Dalen.
Thank you, Anton. Mike, I think asking me a question, or were you trying to tell me something?
Dalen, you got to let her finish.
Mike is about to say something.
Oh, who am I letting?
No, Aaliyah has the floor.
Okay.
Oh no, I was just saying because I really don't understand what Dalen was saying anyways, like because, so I wanted to give her the chance to actually explain what she is trying to say because I don't know what she's trying to say.
I think that we focus too much on looking at the women who are contributing to not making sure that their sons, let's just say their sons specifically, are not molded into productive members of society. But I do also think that there are mothers that always put their best foot forward. We have widows out here. We have mothers who have husbands who are pilots, who are surgeons, who work overseas on the road, and they just don't always have that support in the household. I think that those young boys also can be subjugated to fall into the wrong tracks, and we can focus on helping those households because we can say, you know what, we see that the mother is putting in the work. We can build organizations like Big Brother. We can focus on making sure we can do what we can do as a society and as contributing members of our communities to make sure that our children are going to be productive members of society. Instead of looking at it through the lens of, I don't want to help a bitch out. I don't want to help these independent women out. Well, what about the women that don't have these stupid ass ideologies and being dismissive towards the men?
They would be in relationships.
Really quick.
Hard to tell.
Those women would be with a man.
Let Leah
point, Titus. I want to hear what Titus has to say, but go ahead, Leah.
No, I was just saying because those women are not asking for help. You know, the ones that you were listing, the good women, you like, let's take the attention off the problem and focus on what's not the problem. That's not how you fix a problem. You have to focus on the problem. We have to talk about it. Like, we can't keep trying to switch the topic and switch the focus has to be on where the root of the problem is. These single mother households, no fathers. That's where the problem is. So we have to focus there. You cannot that's like if your neighbor's house is on fire and your house is on fire, are you gonna go use the water to help your neighbor, or are you gonna stop your house from burning? We have to focus here. The problem is the single mothers.
What metric of measure are you using to say that the problem is in the single mother's household? Why do we say, well?
So we all know. Wait. So we're not going to be disingenuous here. We all know. We all know that single father households. The results of single father households are tremendously better than single mother households. We all know that. If that's true, then that means what does that mean?
The absence of the father is detrimental to the community.
Now, why is now we all know that women like to push the father. We know how women are. Let's not be naive to the nature of a woman. A woman's born. She likes to push the daddy out. She likes to use the kids as leverage. You know that. So
we see that more.
So if women like to push the men out, like we have to get to the root of the problem. The men are not in the home. I understand you want to like blame men, but women have to take some sort of accountability at some point. At some point, women have to take some accountability. Like I just
that's pertinent to them. What you're doing is making sure that you're aligning your talking points with the manosphere.
It's not a talking point.
She's with the man.
Like that's the buzzwords y'all like to use.
She spoke specifically to the point that you made.
Like what I'm saying.
She spoke specifically to the point that you made. You use women that are surgeons and all of this other type of stuff.
Single women.
And they had whatever. And that had nothing to do. That had nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Yes, it does. The whole point is that people. Well, if we want to talk about absent fathers, we say that they're absent.
That's not that. Hold on, wait.
We talk about single mothers.
We getting away from.
Doesn't make any sense. We getting
away from it.
That do that.
Women are tired. Should we give a fuck?
No.
I say no.
And look, Dalen tired ass is trying to fight for her life because she knows that this is all she has, because she did the same mistake that Aaliyah is describing. You were the one who, if memory serves, if it doesn't, I'm sorry, Dalen, but I'm pretty sure that you a single mom who gave your womb up to however you want to describe this nigga, because that's y'all all describe the nigga the same exact fucking way. And now you want help. No. And just like Anton said, it's gonna be a couple generations of y'all motherfuckers that's gonna have to suffer because those same ideologies and thought processes that you're instilling in your son, he gonna pass that shit down. Dalen is one of the ones that's creating them YNs and can't understand why the child's so fucking wild but don't see herself in that child because she don't even know herself. That's why she can't even interpret or understand what it is that Aaliyah is trying to say. The problem, we have to focus on the problem, but they keep trying to redirect it to some other problem or be solution oriented when they're not.
Oh no.
Wait, but what does Martin Luther King say, Kendrick? Don't he look like Martin Luther King?
You picking on Kendrick? Really stupid.
Like MLK.
Why we're not going to fix the
If I had a dream, tell say that. Kendrick, please say if
I don't think that men.
Shampoo be irking my soul because he an old head nigga that say all the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? And like his voice could be so much more powerful if he would divorce the old rhetoric that has got us to the point of where we're at right now as far as the black community is concerned. That's why he fucking irks me, bruh.
Men shouldn't care because the problem has men shouldn't care. Men should focus on the women that want to be taken care of. They shouldn't focus on the women that tired themselves out.
Hold on, Shampoo. I get it, Aaliyah. I am very disappointed as well at the amount of women in abundance that have been a contributing factor to the issue that we have now. I'm not negating that. But what I am telling you is that or any metric of measure to say that the reason these households are have absentee fathers are because
I had a dream.
Food stamps over these men, or choose these welfare checks over these men, or because they independent. If we're going to talk about fatherless households, let's also address the fathers. Is it real baby mama drama or your own selfishness that won't allow you to be present? That is also what I'm talking about. So I get what you're saying. We don't need to care about the women and saving them. We need to save the children. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saving nobody.
The children are the
like I said, men shouldn't care. Men should direct their energy to the women.
See that old generation, them Gen X's, they was, you could say save the children and they'll fall for that shit. They us millennials and down, nope. You can't use that no more. You can't use them children as a shield. Them YNs is wild. All of them gotta go. They gonna have to suffer the sins of their father.
And the women,
if the woman is destroying the family household by divesting herself from the man, then unfortunately she made a bunch of decisions, and those children are going to suffer, unfortunately. But however, your solution, Dalen, is, let's still help out the mothers who aren't with men, who are not with men, but out here working and struggling, having a hard time. Let's make them feel a little bit better. But what Aaliyah is saying is that if your mindset's already aligned with being with a man, then you will move, and you're going to find yourself in a relationship.
You're going to be with a man.
Find yourself in a relationship.
I do believe, but how would you find yourself in that relationship with someone is interested? And I never said we're helping out the mothers. I asked y'all that question. Are you thinking we should not?
By helping her kids, you helping her mother.
It's not about doing the mother a favor. It's about giving the kids a fucking chance.
Fuck them kids.
The kids can have a chance if they father lives in the household.
It's the mother's responsibility.
You won't telling me to help another nigga kid.
Exactly.
The kids can have a chance if their father was at home. The kids can have a chance if their mother is not selfish.
To give a point from the middle.
Bitter and
where his daddy at? Call his daddy.
Diane, go ahead.
From the middle in between the two arguments. What if his family members instead?
They're
One mic, y'all.
You better call his daddy. That's all I gotta say.
Most of them ain't dead, and most of them ain't.
We just need to call Kendrick.
Already got too many mouths to feed.
He'll save y'all. He'll save all the kids. Kendrick will save all the kids.
No. But seriously, in all seriousness, the only way you can solve this problem is by removing women's rights and taking them back to 1940.
Yeah.
And that's
that ain't never happened.
That's the only way you can do it is by taking them back to 1940.
Good luck with that.
If we can't remove their ability to self-inflict harm, then this shit ain't gonna never work.
Voting. That's right.
We wasting our time and we going in circles because we can't stop women from sleeping with who they want to sleep with. We can't stop them from saying my body, my choice. We can't stop them from having an egregious amount of children.
That's what I was saying.
Let me ask you a serious question.
White liberal women are the ones that got Mom Donnie over there in New York. They got Kirsten or whatever her name, Kristen Wilson over there in Seattle. You can't stop these hoes from doing what they want to do. You can't stop a hoe from doing what a hoe gonna do.
They not hoes.
You're right. I agree with you. They respectable women, but you can't stop them. So unless y'all willing to surrender your rights, then fuck them kids. Now, if it becomes our responsibility and our responsibility solely, because we got all of the power, then I'll take ultimate responsibility as a culture. But as long as y'all can do what y'all want to do, then y'all got to reap the rewards and the benefits for how it is that y'all put yourself in this position in the first place. Don't say your body, your choice, but his responsibility to fix this little motherfucker that I just had. That's your responsibility. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Fuck that little nigga.
Facts.
So that is devastating to hear.
DeMarco.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yo, Mark, you can't go for that shit.
That ain't love the kids. I love the kids.
No. I know what Kendrick's thing is. Kendrick got we all got our own way.
He got a cape on.
Of macking and gang.
He wasn't wrong.
He cracking the baby mama.
No, he got this a little different than we do. He
has a heart.
He pitching and let me help your son get his lunch today. I got you.
No. He said he wants to. He has a solution to the people say people don't have solution. He did have a solution. You know what I'm saying? It might.
That's what he tell the women.
Wrong either.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for Kendrick though.
Shout out to Kendrick Luther King.
I got a question for Kendrick.
Before you leave, Anton, please make him say that shit. If I make the day go down today.
I said that too. Ain't no way in hell some man is doing something for absolutely free and not getting nothing out of it. It's just not happening. That's why I get so aggravated with these old heads, these Gen X old heads and these boomers that's trying to convince young niggas like myself to donate our time to single mothers. Nah, man. The only way that this is going to work is if I continue to pour and invest into, and I made this argument on a panel. I'm like, if you pour and take the same like mind that I have and invest your time and energy into your own nuclear family and grow that into prominence, your cup is going to overflow. If a young kid come along, and I'm not going to take him in my house or nothing like that, but if a young kid come along and want to learn some of the things that I have acquired and use those as tools to benefit themselves in the future, I'm gonna share that with them. But I'm not gonna go out and try and find children. I have no benefit in doing that. And a lot of times these mothers, they gotta feel the sting of the decisions that they've made.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now.
If you made it this far, check out the video we just did where a former liberal turned conservative admits that white liberals dumbed themselves down to talk to black people.